What's the biggest promise your parents broke? My dad promised when I was 12 that if I learned to drive stick shift on his old Camaro, he'd give me the car when I turned 16. I spent every weekend for 2 years grinding gears and stalling in parking lots until I could drive that car like a pro. On my 16th birthday, I woke up expecting keys. Instead, my dad handed me a bus pass and said he'd sold the Camaro to pay for my college fund. The car was already gone, towed away the night before while I slept. The promise started when I begged him to teach me to drive. That old thing? He laughed, pointing at his beat-up 1987 Camaro with rust spots and a cracked windshield. Son, if you can master this manual transmission by the time you're 16, the car's yours. But I mean really master it. No stalling, smooth shifts, perfect hill starts. The whole deal. I was completely obsessed. Every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. sharp, we'd head to empty mall parking lots or abandoned industrial areas. I'd grind those gears until my dad physically winced and covered his ears. Easy on the clutch, he'd say, as I lurched forward and stalled for the 20th time that morning. You're gonna burn it out before you even learn. The first 3 months were absolutely brutal. My left leg cramped constantly from working the clutch. I'd panic at every stop sign and roll backward into imaginary cars behind me. My palms would sweat just thinking about first gear, but I kept going back every single weekend, rain or shine, determined to earn that car. Month after month, I slowly got better. My friends were inside playing PlayStation and watching TV while I was outside in all weather, learning to pop the clutch and rev match perfectly. I memorized every scratch on that faded black dashboard, every rip in the cracked vinyl seats, every dead button on that ancient AM/FM radio that only works sometimes. By age 14, I could start smoothly on steep hills without rolling back even an inch. By 15, I could parallel park that car blindfolded in tight spaces and downshift through corners like a professional race car driver. My dad would brag constantly to his mechanic buddies, "Kid drives stick better than most adults." Taught him everything I know about cars. I started planning detailed modifications, new speakers to replace the completely blown ones, maybe some classic racing stripes, definitely new floor mats to cover the actual holes in the carpet. I had entire notebooks full of sketches and parts catalogs carefully hidden under my bed. The Camaro became my complete identity. I'd sit in the driveway every afternoon doing homework with all the doors open, radio playing whatever static came through, pretending it was already officially mine. My girlfriend joked that I talked about that car more than I talked about her. Junior year, I got a part-time job bagging groceries at the local supermarket specifically to save money for insurance premiums and gas. I calculated exactly how much it would cost monthly to register and properly maintain the car. I even took an expensive defensive driving course just to lower my future insurance rates. The night before my 16th birthday, I spent hours washing and hand-waxing the Camaro until every inch gleamed like new. I organized all my car magazines and parts catalogs on my desk. I fell asleep thinking about driving to school that Monday morning in my car, finally completely free from bumming rides and walking everywhere like a little kid. When I came downstairs the next morning expecting a celebration and car keys wrapped with a bow, my dad was sitting alone at the kitchen table looking absolutely guilty. His coffee was untouched and cold. "Son, I know exactly what I promised you, but college tuition cost way more than I thought when I made that deal 4 years ago. I sold the Camaro to our neighbor next door yesterday afternoon for your future education fund." I ran outside in my pajamas and bare feet. The driveway was completely empty except for dark oil stains where the car used to sit every night. Mr. Peterson was washing his new purchase in his driveway, waving at me like absolutely nothing had happened. "You taught me to drive it perfectly just so you could sell it?" I asked, my voice cracking with betrayal. "Sometimes being a responsible parent means breaking promises to give you something much better in the long run," he said quietly. "You'll understand when you're older and have kids." But I didn't understand then, and honestly, I still don't understand now. I'd kept my end of our bargain absolutely perfectly. I'd learned that car inside and out, respected it completely, earned it through years of dedicated practice and genuine hard work. My friends picked me up for school that Monday morning. "So where's the famous Camaro?" they asked excitedly. "My dad sold it," I mumbled, staring out the passenger window at other kids driving their own cars. I'm 28 now and still take the crowded city bus to work every single day. I never learned to trust big promises the same way again.